Hello, Smudgies. How's it going?
The Hawks.
The Hawks are back.
The Hawks
for
fly
episode
separately,
3.
but every once in a while we check in.
That's right. And this is our week's check-in. And Patrick, last night there was an LGBTQ plus IA 245 parade.
Yeah, a 401k parade.
Yeah. And it blocked traffic.
So bad.
And it made me, let's say, more traditional. No.
Yeah.
So you went out.
We didn't really.
We didn't really.
No. A lady did come up to me at the parade and was like, "Are you registered to vote at your current address?" And I was like, "After this parade, I might want to."
Which way? Yeah. So
whichever party bans parades.
Yeah.
That's a.
Yeah, you're staunch.
There will be no more parades.
Pat,
I can't do an RFK Jr. impression at all.
Oh yeah. It's RFK at the Pride Parade. I don't know where to stand.
All the beauty in the world.
So yeah, we kind of
impression to save my life.
We kind of saw each other last night, but not really. We both had our own side quests going on.
Mm-hmm. Ships in the night.
Yeah, what was your night like?
I had a show, and it took me 45 minutes. I got to the city, and then it took me 45 minutes to move 10 blocks, and eventually I just parked randomly in a spot, and I ran to the show, and that's the show was on the opposite side of the street that the parade was happening.
It was barricaded, right? You couldn't cross the street.
Barricaded, like a good barricade. You couldn't, not like a disconnect, pull to the side, like a fucking.
Well, in Texas, you need good barricades.
Yeah, they know
for a pride parade.
They know how to build. Dude, no Mexican was getting through this barricade.
Wow,
it was it was good, but Chinese people were like, "Oh, great, great, all right." But
big Mongolian population last night. Thanks for all the support, Mongolians.
But
so you need to get to a show that's on the other side of the street.
I got to the barricade and I was staring at the venue across the parade, and I went to a police officer and I was like, "Hey, I need to cross," and he was like, "You can't," and I was like, "I have a show right there," and he was like, "I don't care," which I was like, "Dude, love is love. Come on, come on. What is this?" Because it was a LGBTQ 401k parade, but
be sure to scoot in a little bit. So yeah, the parade.
So then the parade started, and I was just staring at the venue, watching the show happen, and I just couldn't get over. It was for a mile. It was all the way down Congress, started at the Capitol. Yeah. You couldn't cross anywhere.
And the parade in Austin is in late summer. Usually everywhere else it's like, I thought we already had like a Pride parade earlier.
Yeah, they have a month.
Do they?
It's a, yeah.
What month?
Pride month.
Really?
Isn't June Pride month?
It's the first thing I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's a whole month. It's weird to celebrate it on August 10th. Like, oh yeah, and also another one.
Yeah, so anyway,
But the parade was, it just blocked I just literally couldn't. I just messaged the people and I was like, "Hey, I can't make the show. The parade's going to be an hour and a half and there's legally no way of me getting around it." So I just canceled. So then I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just going to enjoy the parade."
Yeah.
And I did notice when I was standing there, they were all coming around throwing like beads and wristbands and flags and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was catching everything. It's all gay. It's crowds of gay people. And none of them.
That's so funny.
None of them can catch.
No coordination.
So they were just all dropping everything. And I was like a D1 athlete just running back, just jumping, snatching shit. I looked amazing. But
I bet all the other gay people were like, "Wow, who is that?"
Yeah. Who is that? Tom Brady?
Our king.
But then this guy came up to me because I was just sitting there enjoying it. And I don't know what the word is for it, but when you see a large group of people celebrating and all happy and it just kind of makes you tear up.
Okay, yeah.
I think there's a word for it. I don't know the word. But yeah, I was just kind of like standing there like, this is so, like a man period. I was like, it's just a celebration of life. I was just it was so beautiful. There were so many people who were so happy. They were in their dog masks and their tank tops. even though some of them were disgusting, but they were so free. They were so free and happy in their own bodies, and it was nice to see. And then some guy tapped me on the shoulder, and he handed me a pamphlet. And I was like, because I was just being handed merch, so I was like, thank you, another thing. And I started reading the pamphlet, and it was like, it's not, it's not too late for you to be saved by God. He can forgive you for the sins you've casted over the last 20 years or whatever.
Wow.
And I was like, why me?
Yeah. Well, maybe he knew you would listen.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he saw that I was the most savable.
Yeah.
He was like, that guy doesn't look like he should be here.
Yeah.
But I took it as like that guy was like, I'm going to give this to the gayest guy.
Yeah, that could also be the thing.
He only had one pamphlet.
No way.
He gave it to me. Yeah. He passed them all out, and I was the last one to get one. But he had one pamphlet. And
so a guy with one pamphlet came up to you out of this crowd of people.
Yeah. And it was like, it's not too late for God to forgive your sins. You could turn it around now.
Do you think it is? Okay, like, check this out. If being gay is a sin, the act of, like, being gay is a sin, like, if I'm just kind of like a dork who doesn't get laid, am I good? You know what I mean? Is the sin only when I'm getting laid?
Yeah, but what if you try to get laid? Like, if you're actively having thoughts of, like, I want to get laid.
Yeah, but you can't really control thoughts. Nobody can. I thought the whole, like, I thought the whole champion thing when they say, like, you know, don't do gay stuff is, like, there's so many guys out there where we just, like, face our... You see these guys on the internet, like, I used to be gay, and I still struggle with their thoughts, but I'm not.
I've never seen these guys.
Oh, Instagram just knows exactly... Instagram knows exactly what I'm going to jerk off to.
Just David Goggins running up the street?
Yeah.
I've been running from the gay thoughts forever.
That's why I'm so strong.
I'm so strong. Why do you think I'm in the gym every day staring at these muscly guys?
You gotta carry the boat. They're not gay boat. No gays on this boat. Too many gay guys on that boat. He's like at Chili's. I'll have just chicken.
Oh, me and Heather went to Chili's recently.
Whoa.
And you know Animal Crossing?
Yes.
You know how the characters are like, they're like Japanese girls in a way of like
they're very Japanese in that game.
They do all that stuff?
Yeah.
This waiter of ours, he was like he kept doing stuff like that. But he was like a fat Hispanic dude. Like he looked like
he was probably really into anime.
Yeah. And it was just so unsettling. He did it so much. We'd be like, yeah, can we get like some Southwest egg rolls? And he'd go, mm-hmm. And we'd be like, dude, stop.
Southwest egg rolls? 2 coming up.
It was great.
That's how I would be if I was a Chili's server. Every new table would be a different identity for me.
Yeah.
I'd be like that guy in Split.
Yeah.
Who's like 8 different people. Each time I'd go to Chili's, I would.
I want something?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I'm ordering a burger.
Oh. Oh, chicken crispies for ya. Chicken crispies for ya. And then I'd come back to the table like, what do you want?
We're out of Southwest egg rolls.
Yeah. So you went to Chili's.
That was the story.
Oh, you just had the guy?
Just that guy.
Wow.
And it was just unsettling. We had a great time despite that.
Anime people can be unsettling. Now there's been a lot more cool people getting into anime, and I like dorks.
I don't know. I always say... I've always had a theory that dudes who like anime are rapey.
Really?
Yeah. Mostly because every girl who I've ever known who has been ard in her life...
Well, you can't say it and then...
I said rapey.
Okay.
I'm not going to say it without the E.
Yeah.
The E makes it cute.
It's I-E-E and an ampersand.
Yeah. And the I has a heart for the dot.
Yeah.
But, yeah, every girl who's been hard in her life, hard. I've always asked them. It's at least 3. It's at least 3 women in my life who have been hard, and I've asked them, did the guy who did it, did he love anime? And they all went, yeah, he did love anime. Mostly I say that because anime, my only experience with anime is hentai porn, which is always a girl being like just assaulted by like a octopus.
And she's like 7.
Yeah, and she's like 7 and she's going,
Yeah.
oh no, and she's crying. And it's just millions of views and comments being like, I fucking wish I could die.
Well, do you think it's also the social skills aspect?
What do you mean?
I think a lot of anime people are usually introverted,
Oh.
like not
Can't
coming,
read
not
social
coming
cues.
to, not going to the bar,
Mm-hmm.
not being at the, the place where people are. So,
Yeah.
so maybe when they date people, they're like, "You're my fantasy girl."
Yeah.
Fantasy girl's in trouble. I'm gonna spike this green tea mochi. Well, I'm gonna spike your boba. Yeah, who knows? And this could be wildly speculative
Yeah.
because, I mean, these 3 women, were they also in anime?
I don't think so.
Makes you think.
Makes you think. I think I've nailed the case. If you like anime, you are a rapist.
An art.
Yeah.
I feel like
You
we
are
just
an
say
autistic-
stuff on this podcast that like,
You
it's just
are
like
not, if you like anime, you're an autistic rapist.
that's better. That's better.
If you
Let's tidy
love
up.
anime, you're either a cool black guy or you're an autistic rapist.
That's not true because my roommate in college, he was super into anime, and now he's got a wife or a fiance, I believe,
Or a victim.
or a victim.
Have you asked her how she feels about the
No,
wedding?
I haven't, but I rarely ask.
I don't. Yeah, maybe you're incapable. Maybe you don't have a. Maybe if you asked, he would butt in.
Yeah,
I'll answer for her. Yes, she loves me.
there's just like
While she's just
1,000
wrapped in
figurines.
octopus tentacles. She's just stuck in a closet and
There,
tentacles.
have you not seen what's that big show about the big people that eat people? Attack on Titan. You haven't seen that show?
anything animated. I don't.
Anyone turns on anime, and I can never get into it.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
I don't even like they're only like. I'm not a big fan of cartoons.
I love cartoons, hate anime.
I hate them.
You don't like SpongeBob?
Well, okay. SpongeBob,
Family
South
Guy?
Park. Don't care for
South
Family
Park?
Guy. South Park and SpongeBob are exceptions. Amazing.
Okay.
I don't like animated movies. I like animated shows.
Simpsons movie?
Spider Pig.
Yeah.
No, I don't like The Boy and the Blue Heron.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't really get into
Didn't
that.
give a fuck about it. Totoro. Don't give a fuck about it. The Great Outdoors or whatever.
I like Spirited Away.
Spirited Away. That's what I'm thinking of.
You didn't like Spirited Away?
Hate that stuff.
Why?
I don't care. People love it for like the art. Like, look at how, like, just pleasing it is, aesthetically pleasing, and it doesn't trigger me in any way.
And now it's like we don't really need artists anymore.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
We made a computer.
Yeah, I want to be.
When AI catches up in 2 years, we won't even need to podcast.
No,
It'll have our voice.
sit here, plug
and
in.
it'll plug in. Yeah, we'll plug in our thoughts. It'll sift out all the good and bad and funny.
Stephen Hawking was doing it before any of us.
Stephen Hawking.
He just had a computer. That was a dead guy for 97 years.
Yeah.
Just a corpse, a stuffed corpse, a taxidermied corpse on a chair while AI.
a
That was
computer.
the original testing of AI. Stephen Hawking's chair, 100%. That was a computer. while the shriveled fetus of a man,
Nice. Yeah, real nice.
he didn't look around. He wasn't like,
Yeah, he did. Whenever he turned his... All right.
yeah. Well, even a mechanic. You ever been on like a haunted mine ride at
Sometimes
a
I think-
amusement park?
Yeah.
And the guy who's like, "Oh, don't come over here," but he's looking around.
That guy's alive, actually.
There's dynamite over here. Go back.
Y'all gonna run into Wrestling Willie.
Don't. You've gone too far. Oh and then he turns into the Grim Reaper.
Oh no!
You've come too far.
Yeah, it's like
Haunted mine rides rule.
Yeah, but I'm on the ride. I couldn't choose to get this.
It is funny. They keep telling you, like, get off the ride.
Yeah.
And if you got off, somebody would come in and go, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
They would immediately kick you out of the park.
Dude.
All of your people told me to
just
get
a
off
guy
the ride.
in Mickey Mouse ears and a staff shirt just...
Just taking you down.
Yeah.
Tranquilizer. You just wake up on the...
They got Disney jail, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
What a place to
be. You can go
be.
to jail in Disney.
You're just cellmates with fucking Goofy.
Yeah. It's like Goofy and a guy who, stole merchandise and a Palestinian. Kidding. We can't talk. I feel like our conversations just shouldn't be on the internet.
I feel like this is one of the best episodes ever so far.
No, we had to
The first
restart.
10 minutes can't be cut.
It has to be
I'm
cut.
telling you, it can't be cut.
We'll put it on the Patreon.
Who gives a fuck?
I think.
You think Adam Egot's gonna watch this and be like,
Well, I wasn't scared of Adam Egget watching it, and now you said that, and now that's weird. And then if Adam did hear, he'd be like, "What the fuck did they?
What did they talk
He'd go, "Oh fuck, what the fuck?"
And he'd get red faced and pale at the same time.
Bad pod, buddy.
Keep trying, Patrick.
See, we talk about things. It's like we always just try to be ourselves. I think being authentic is the worst advice anyone could ever get. That's just not how the world works.
Who gives a fuck? Who's gonna stop us? Ourselves. Who's
Ourselves.
gonna stop us other than ourselves?
Yeah. That's our biggest enemies, Patrick.
Mm.
You know what we should do? Because we're
Start over.
We should start over the podcast, first off. Second off, don't look at your phone.
No, we're an hour and 8 minutes behind.
And a third off, well, that's partially you. You were late.
That's true.
But fourth off, if our biggest enemies are ourselves, what if I kill you and you kill me? You're de facto, we have no enemies left.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It could work. It happened in Spy Kids. 3? 4?
What?
I don't know. Didn't they fight
that
themselves
happen?
or something?
Oh, yes. That's Spy Kids 1. No, that's Spy Kids 2.
No,
That's
it's
Spy
3.
Kids 2. 3 is the robots.
No, 3's, yeah,
3
3D.
is like, they're all in like big,
Yeah.
it's like Mad Max Spy Kids.
Whatever happened to, who's that guy that used to be Shark Boy? And he
Taylor
was in
Lautner.
Twilight. Yeah, Taylor Lautner. I saw him once when I worked at a film studio. He is about as short as they get.
Really?
Yeah, little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like,
You know who I
"Beep,
saw?
bop, bop."
Jeremy Allen White.
Who's that?
He plays Lip Gallagher on Shameless. The
Oh.
kid in the bear.
Yeah.
He is a baby.
He's a baby?
He is the size of a baby.
Wow.
Picture a little, like a 4-year-old kid walking around.
Little baby.
He's full on an Oompa Loompa. If he was like, yeah, I played an Oompa Loompa and
And
Willy
it's
Wonka
just
and the
like
Chocolate
dressing
Factory,
up a
I'd be like,
baby
yeah.
in $20,000 clothes.
He is truly the very, very small man. Him and Zac Efron. Very small
They're
man.
all small.
Zac Efron's shorter than both of us, which is like astounding with how he looks.
Well, I'm like
Like
6'5".
what he looks like. Yeah, and I'm 5'1". So, but that's what I'm saying.
So
I'm
you're
5',
almost famous.
I'm 5'1", so the fact that Zac Efron is so much shorter than me is astounding.
Yeah. That's nuts.
It's weird to be so short and so handsome. Doesn't make sense. You think the shorter you'd go, the uglier you'd be.
No, not the case.
Not the case.
I feel like that's, if the God or universe, whatever you believe in, I feel like that's its way. If you're shorter, usually you'll get one or two things.
Mm-hmm.
Like talent, ability, or handsome face.
Yeah, like Vern Troyer. Mini-Me
Yeah.
and Austin Powers. He was very handsome.
Juggles. Oh, sorry. Yeah, handsome.
Very good-looking, small being. You know?
Some would even say human being.
Very adorable, handsome, small human being. But
See,
the
we
tiniest
can't
people-
say any of this on the podcast.
I called him a small human being.
I know.
That's as nice as I could have
I'm
gotten
referring
about
to
it.
what I've said.
Ah, okay. He's
I
also
think we got to
dead.
start over the episode.
Wee Man's a good-looking mini guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Peter Dinklage is a great looking little person.
Okay, would you rather be 3'1" or exactly who you are now?
Do I look different if I'm 3'1"?
Absolutely. Okay, how about this? You're 3'1", but your face is like a 10.
If you asked me a couple months ago or a year ago, I might say 3'1" for sure. But right now I'm 50-50 on it. I'm iffy.
I feel like little people should get discounts on rent. Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, they don't use as much water.
There's no stipend for the stools they gotta buy.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you gotta custom make kitchens.
Mm-hmm.
You see that, and then you gotta install an easy bake oven.
They need the extra rent.
Okay, God, why do I keep on?
They need the extra rent for all the footstools they're gonna have to buy.
Yeah,
Footstools
but
all
on
over
the
the
flip
place.
side, they do get automatically high ceilings. Wow, like my ceilings, I have like no ceilings in here, and they'd be like, "Wow, I didn't know ceilings could reach the moon." See, we got to start the episode over.
36 minutes of gold.
I think it's the worst thing we've done.
I don't think there's going to be any controversy to anything we've said.
I mean,
we made a couple of voices.
Yeah.
What do you think you'll be canceled for?
I think like the stuff, animal stuff. No, I think it'll be something I've said. I've said a lot of bad things, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. Either that or like crime.
Crime?
Yeah. Like crime.
What kind of a crime do you think you'd commit if you were a criminal?
I want to say bank heist, but I don't know if I'm that kind.
Yeah, you want to be.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I aspire to be a bank criminal.
Yeah.
But I think more realistically, like
grocery store criminal.
like stealing lard from a factory. Put it in my lard boat. Mm-hmm. What do you think you'll be canceled for? No, but seriously, I think if I were to be canceled, it'd be what I've said.
It's fine.
We'll see.
If anybody ever came after me for something I said, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck.
I did say that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's all you got to do, apparently.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. What do you think you'll be canceled for?
Well, I like the question better. If I was a criminal, what criminal would I be?
Okay. Well, then what's that?
I do like the idea of being a burglar.
Nice.
Like the raccoon mask.
Yeah.
I like that.
Which is
like
such a
tiptoeing,
yeah,
black white stripes.
Yeah, because
why such an odd choice?
Because that's like so visible. You run to the street and that guy that's dressed like a cartoon robber,
like a newspaper cartoon writer.
Yeah,
cartoon.
Maybe if you went so cartoonish, people would be like, obviously they wouldn't do that.
It would be like a Christmas show. They'd just be like, oh,
you just like act like that guy at Chili's. You know. Yeah, I'd love to steal something. I think if I could do crime, I would also do probably like murder. But like of the deserving, like Dexter seemed like a cool guy.
Yeah.
The serial killer that killed serial killers.
Yeah.
Except I would kill innocent people.
Yeah. Yeah, I would kill people who watch Big Brother.
Yeah.
Like today.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
people,
really specific.
People yeah. People who comment on like Big Brother posts on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, I don't like what Jen said. That was offensive. It's like I would find those people and kill them.
Yeah. Oh, that I think would be a wonderful.
Like anyone who's ever been
if you
on,
had to be a killer, is just go on Instagram or TikTok and then find the comments that you didn't agree with.
Yes.
And then if they had like a private profile, that's even better because it's like you were trying to say this without any, no one can hit back because you're a pussy.
Yeah.
I would find that guy. I always think that would be great. If I ever got like a lot of money, I would use a lot of resources to track down anonymous profiles and just like send them like 50,000 cans of beans every day for like a month.
A nice prank.
Yeah.
Gentle prank. That would be nice to show up to someone's work and go, hey, are you QFC 4461?
Yeah.
What? You're QFC.
That's who you are,
4461 on
right?
Twitter. Yeah. Just pulling out a gun and shooting them in the head, or shooting them in the knee, kneecapping them.
Or even better, just like shooting them with like a little water, like a gun that looks real, but then it's just water. And then they're like, and then you walk away, but it's actually acid.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
I was thinking just a prank. I was thinking the old bang gun, pull out a gun. I've always wanted to pull out a gun on someone and have that like fear in their eyes, that weep of like the begging, and then pull it and have the like the flag that pops out and says bang.
yeah, or like you point a gun at like one of those guys, and then it does the bang thing, or like it comes out and a little note comes down, and then they read the note and like, your parents' house was just bombed. So it's like a double, like it goes up and down.
There was cyanide in your coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not drinking coffee. And then you're like, oh, shit.
Did you hear a girl scream from the other room?
Oh, I've got to go now. It would be great to track down anonymous profiles. Haters. Yeah, dude. Because there's no accountability for haters anymore.
That comedian kid who does crowd work, he talks about haters a lot, and it's crazy to me.
Who?
I'm not going to say his name, but that famous comedian who does a lot of crowd work. He's a young guy.
Okay, yeah.
And he's always like, the haters. It's like, how can you be so famous and give a fuck about haters? It's insane. Bill Gates got pied once.
Yeah.
You ever see Bill Gates get pied in the face?
Yeah, I saw that.
And yeah, he's shooting missiles to block out the sun now. But still.
Maybe he took it too far.
Yeah.
Pat, we got to start over the podcast, honestly.
42 minutes of absolute gold.
No, I mean, honestly, this is if we're going to be sponsored by Vitamin Water, we have to, like, you know, those people with like a million sponsors, do they just got to be like, in today's episode, the park was sunny today. Everyone had a good time.
I had a blueberry goat cheese last night.
I'm an expert in semiotics.
Semiotics.
Study of signs and symbols.
The fucking parade, the Pride Parade that I was at last night.
Right.
It was an advertisement for everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't about being gay and free at all.
No.
They had, at one point, they had Google balloons just going by. They weren't even like in like flag. They weren't even like in what's it called? The rainbow colors.
Oh no, it's all an advertising scheme.
Google, yeah, and it was
Jack
like what?
Flug was there. He was telling me about a private concert they did it at the parade for like, you know, members of whatever group, and he said there was just like 8 gay guys just kind of standing there in a roped off area, and just like a terrible musician and whatever company it was.
Orange Theory.
Yeah, no one could go in.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm for privatizing gay.
Yeah. Dude, at one point they got a Costco chant going.
That's
it was
amazing.
like Costco for gay rights, and they started going, Costco, Costco, and the whole crowd is like, Costco. And
people
like,
are sheep, dude.
Yeah, what is this for?
And it's also
insane.
Yeah, it's mostly straight people now. Every gay person I knew yesterday didn't come close to that parade. I didn't go at all. I was pissed that they blocked off the city when I needed to be places.
Yeah,
I had to pick up drugs, and it was really hard for me to do that.
Yeah. Go become a senator or something.
Right.
Become a selectman. Start small.
Yeah.
Don't wave a flag on Main Street.
No, keep it in basements, freak. You know what I mean?
This is going to be a controversial episode. When I finally get you to agree.
We have to restart the episode.
I think all the murder stuff made me go, all right, fine. We can't be talking about how we want to just...
I feel like we got nothing left to talk about.
No, we talk about all the gold.
It's like Patrick and I, like, we have just really dumb opinions and riffing, and it's like, if you get someone who doesn't like you or your stuff, then they're like, oh, well, obviously you can flag this for hate speech.
Right. But it's all comedy. It's satirical. We're joking.
Everything is a joke.
Everything is a joke.
And that's super cool.
Netflix is a joke. Sponsor.
That's a sponsor. Vitamin Water and Netflix is a joke presents.
Yeah.
Did you know once I was on Netflix is a joke radio?
No, yeah, how'd that go?
On Sirius XM. That's where it's like Sirius, or I think it's Sirius XM. That's where it lives. And I think a total of 0 people watch it or listen to it. Yeah. It's like, who's listening to Sirius XM?
Who are the DJs?
Unless you're buying a new car.
It was your comedy set. It was a comedy set being put on. That's awesome. I thought you were on with a radio host being like, so, Dylan Sullivan, tell us about yourself.
Well,
I don't agree with gay people. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, I know. There's just nothing left to talk about. Talking about trans stuff is hack now.
Oh,
I did it tonight. It's done.
Gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's done.
Those people who are actually like, you're a man. It's like, dude, you have a kid.
Hey, how about you fuck your wife?
Yeah. There was a guy the other day who literally was like making fun of a trans woman, being like, that's a dude. And I was like, you're a deadbeat father. You don't get to see your child. Who are you to talk about this woman at all?
See, well, and now I don't know because it's like, where's the money at?
True. Where is the money?
Where are we going? Are we going... I was talking about this tonight. I was like, are we going pro or are we going anti? Because I got to know who to write jokes. It just feels like we've been talking about the same talking points as a culture for like 10 years.
Yeah. Isn't the Amazon burning down still?
Who cares?
No one even
Who cares? That guy's wearing a dress.
Yeah, this girl likes to spit on a cock. Haven't you heard?
Yeah.
Who cares the Amazon's burning?
The Hawk Tua girl. Good for her.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Good for her. She deserves it.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of society's fucking mental illness.
That's like the new lottery is getting an Instagram reel to blow up, and then you can sell T-shirts with Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua.
Get on podcast.
Fucking like Kamala Harris tweeted, if she don't Hawk Tua, I don't want to talk to her, or something like that.
No, she didn't.
I don't think she did. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, that's the new culture.
That's the new culture.
God.
Bill Maher had her on his podcast, which is like, yo, Bill, what are you doing?
Bill's dope.
And he was like talking to her like, I just want to get into the mind of a 21-year-old girl. It's like, why? Why the fuck do you want to get in the mind of a 21-year-old girl?
We got to start over this podcast.
I was saying yesterday, I would love to see not politicized at all. No cameras, no media, nothing.
We don't want this to be political.
No, I'm saying imagine Ted Cruz talking to like an 18-year-old non-binary girl. Like get them both on coke and a couple shots deep and just have Ted Cruz talk to an 18-year-old non-binary girl.
We put Ted Cruz in a non-binary. Yeah, this is what we get for pushing the line.
Satan punished us.
Yeah. Or God.
Our real sponsor. Only God can sponsor SMUDGEHAWKS.
Take your pick. Whoa, ow.
Got me good.
Got me. Patrick, I don't know what we're supposed to talk about in a podcast. I don't know what people are liking. I don't know when people tune out of this. Don't tune out. We love you. Please stay. But we need to know what we need to talk about because every time we talk about and be ourselves, it feels like every time I'm myself, it's a mistake.
Yeah.
Whoops, you shouldn't have been authentic.
Yes.
Put on.
Bingo.
Put on a front.
Yeah. Yeah, wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
People love a mask.
People love a mask.
Well, that is why, like, fan bases exist and the haters are louder than the fans is because you just being yourself, people will hate. But those few who are like, I like it.
Yeah.
They're so silent.
Whatever smudge freaks are out there that
that
like these smudge freaks.
Smudge freaks.
Gosh.
Smudge freak.
I can't wait until we get enough money, Patrick, where we can just buy a legion of hawks and set them off in the city.
A legion of hawks.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a cool video for us? Is like we both get like the arm things and we each got a hawk on each arm.
That would be great.
And then we can point to someone and they're like, oh!
Yeah, soar at them and just
right for the jugular.
Attack.
Oh, that'd be so cool to have attacking hawks.
That would be great.
Every time I go to the store, I can only find defense hawks. And I'd love to get to a place where we could get attack hawks. I think you need a license.
Smudge Hawk to it.
How do you get into hawks? Because like there's sometimes a lady would come to our school with a hawk, and the hawk had the cap on.
Oh yes!
And
Holy crap! That did happen.
And she'd be like, Brenda is gonna fly to the end of the gym and back and land on my arm.
That did happen.
There's
for
always
me
a
as
hawk
well.
lady who came.
That's crazy.
How do you get into hawking?
She had a couple of things. I remember that.
Yeah, she had a hawk. She would like bring a snake or something.
That happened in like 4th grade. Yeah, she had like the lady who did it for me had an aardvark.
Amazing.
And I remember it being, I didn't know what an aardvark was.
Yeah. Dude, the wonders of the zoo.
The wonders of the zoo.
The wonders of the zoo. Whatever happened to zoos?
Oh my God. I went to the Austin Zoo.
But that was depressing.
It was rough.
Yeah.
There was a donkey begging me to kill it. Legitimately, I walked up to it. It legitimately was screaming, like pressing its face against the cage. And I was like, "You're begging me to kill you. I hear you.
Yeah.
And I can't. You
But I
don't
will.
understand. I'll be back. I'll be back for you."
We should do our own set of justice and break into zoos and kill the animals. You're free.
We're here to save the animals, but we kill them all.
Yeah. Whichever animals want to be killed, come up to us. We have treats. If you come up to us, we'll shoot you. And that's how we'll know.
We'll do a little call. We'll do a whistle. Whatever.
Man,
We'll put some pheromones
the zoo
down.
can be a magical. As a kid, you don't know that like zoos are basically like Holocaust camps for animals.
Yeah. Yeah.
They like, can you imagine if they just like took you out of your apartment one day and you just woke up in like this place, but all the walls were glass, and they just set you up with a roadcaster and 2 podcast microphones and me,
Yeah.
and then you guys, all right, this is, and then people tapping on the glass.
Yeah. But you're human, so it's just like a crowd of elephants.
I feel like I would put on a show.
Right. Yeah, but at a point, those animals have been there for 30 plus years and stuff, which
Wow.
is amazing.
Yeah.
That it's just 12 years a slave.
Yeah,
For those-
12 years a hawk.
12 years. That is fucked up to just put a blindfold on a hawk and be like, no, I'm a professional.
Yeah.
It's like, who said?
Don't worry, Don't worry, I've blinded the hawk.
They always say, like, animals like that, they always say, this doesn't hurt the animal. It's like, how do you know that? What are you going off of?
Because otherwise it would tell me.
Hey, Julie, I don't love the blindfold. I'm sorry, Hawk. You hadn't told me all this time.
I like being here. Oh, you do? Well, I guess you can stay for 30 years. That sounds great to me. The hawk told me.
Yeah.
I think we should learn how to speak hawk. I think that's our only way forward in podcasting.
That's the language. We can't be as loud. We got to figure out how to do like a monotone, like a quiet hawk. Like if we find ourselves in a library, we can't be full-fledged hawk.
Yeah. Although, you've seen it when I let her rip.
Yeah.
I can really hawk.
And you let it go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really.
If anyone's like, Dylan, act like a hawk or a pterodactyl, I'm like, my time to shine.
Yeah. You just launch the missiles.
When are you supposed to be authentic, and when are you supposed to act like a completely shell version of yourself?
I can't believe we've already done an hour.
Yeah, but we got to restart it. Let's restart it in 10 minutes.
Okay. 6.
Okay, that's great. Well, yeah, we got to cut the first, I think, 20 minutes of the episode.
I think this first hour has been a Patreon hour.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Great Patreon hour.
Great Patreon hour.
If I listened to SMUDGEHAWKS and this was their first Patreon hour, I would donate the $5.
Really?
I would donate the $5.
What do you think our tier should be, Smudgies?
Just one.
I think
one.
with the Patreon, we should...
We ain't in this for money.
I am.
I'm in it for respect.
I'm in it for cash only.
I'm in it for the
Once I get the cash, I'm
respect.
going back to marketing. That's my real
I'm in
passion.
it for the love of the game.
Oh, good for you.
Until I get big enough for where people are like, "Why are you not marketing yourself?" And then I'll sell my soul
What
to
a
the
stupid... I mean, we have to. We have to market ourselves.
yeah.
We have to be marketing boys.
Mm-hmm.
we wanted to do art. I wanted to be funny, but I think that is out of the question.
You can't be a stand-up comedian and also be funny.
No.
Not in today's world.
No.
It's an unwritten law of comedy now, of stand-up comedy. You can't be funny and do this.
No. And
because when you come into it as a funny person, they strip 50% of that funny pretty fast. Within the first few years,
right,
they strip that 50% of funny from you.
Right.
So you can still have the ability of funny, but you're not.
Exactly.
You know?
You
like
could be, but you won't.
I'm 50% handsome. It doesn't mean anything.
No.
You know?
Yeah. What do you think? In what ways should I be less funny in order to appeal to a mass?
I don't know. Force was if you wanted to appeal to the mass,
yeah,
you need to apply just absolute power to the world. Fury.
Yeah.
Anguish, fear.
Cups.
Cups?
Yeah, really general observation,
nice
but
to
put
be
fear into it.
A dictator, Hitler, but against a material rather than a being. Might
Steel.
be
Ginseng.
Ginseng. Lion's mane. Yeah, that's
all this copper is creeping into the schools.
Copper's a good one.
Pennies.
You could rally enough people to rip copper out of everywhere that has copper and melt it down and throw it in the ocean. And it would start a big uproar. Yeah. And like China would be like, we cannot produce enough copper now. And you would be like, it's a war on copper.
It's a war on copper.
It's a war on copper.
Say goodbye, bronze medals.
No more throat cancer.
Is that what bronze does?
I don't know.
Or copper.
I imagine if you eat a couple pennies.
I feel like copper's in batteries.
Mm-hmm.
But,
away with batteries.
Again, this is way too controversial. We need to restart the episode.
We got 2 more minutes.
This is the Patreon episode? This is Patreon and clips.
And before I go any further, I do want to say...
Yeah.
Imagine, when do you think, and do you think this will ever happen? Do you think, and I know right now we're just figuring out if there will ever be a female president, but my question, do you think there will ever be a female Hitler? A Shitler. If you will. Sheeler. Adolf. Adolf's a...
Absolute girl boss.
Absolute girl boss. Yes.
I think it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wonder if there will ever be like a Hitler thing again.
I think so. Maybe not in our lifetime, but for sure, eventually.
Like when the Z-Zorps come?
When the Z-Zorps come, yeah.
Yeah.
When the Zoltan ship arrives.
When the Zoppel zips.
When the Zoppel zips. Yeah, everything alien includes the letter Z.
That's the only thing that will bring us all together is aliens.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about that, though.
You think we would, like, just fight them differently?
We'd shoot at them.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't speak our fucking herpaderp language.
But then some people would be like, oh, no, don't shoot the aliens.
Yeah.
And the aliens would be like, oh, nice, they're not shooting us.
Yeah. Some countries would just, like, kick soccer balls at them.
Yeah. Hit it.
Threaten them with force.
What are you doing if tomorrow aliens land? And a lot of them, and then their intentions are unclear.
Seeing how it goes, I'm just play it by ear.
See, what I do is I try to seduce them. I go into it and I go... I sit on the ledge where the spaceship is and I go...
Like a cat.
Yeah.
I guarantee 2 cats had this conversation once about aliens, and then humans arrived, and the cats were like, do it. And then they walk up and they go, and we go, oh, I will feed and protect you forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we could be.
I would go into pet mode. I'd go,
imagine if humans become the pets to aliens. And we present our assholes to them.
Yeah.
The ultimate seduction.
Yeah.
Have you ever fucked a cat?
That's definitely on our next Patreon episode.
I've never.
Not yet. We'll see.
I actually had a cat lick my penis when I was like a kid. No, this is a real story. When I was a kid, you know when you have those like, when you have it was like a knitted blanket, so it was all like there was a bunch of like holes through it because it was like a flowery design, so it wasn't all like just one piece.
Okay.
And I was like a naked kid. I was like probably 7 years old, and I was just naked, sleeping on the couch.
Okay.
And my penis was kind of just sticking through one of the threads. And my cat, Oreo, black and white cat named Oreo, came up and started like just licking the tip of my penis. I remember waking up and feeling it and being like, what is that? And just seeing a cat licking my, just... Dude, like with its sandpaper tongue, just licking the tip of my penis. My little kid penis.
Mortifying.
Yeah.
Did you finish?
Yeah. But
dude, cats are Tuna.
No,
she got fixed or whatever, but she was trying to fuck us for a while. Mm-hmm. She was always trying to like back up, and when she's in heat, she was trying to like.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's
no,
really
I remember
gross.
that cat doing that and me hitting it off and then being like feeling horrible for a long time. Like at least 2 weeks of just every day thinking about it. Like that cat licked my penis. Like I felt violated, but I also felt like I did something wrong.
Patrick was sexually assaulted by a cat.
Cat fully took advantage of a sleeping boy.
Oh my god. Okay, well that's our Patreon episode.
Patreon.
This is our first Patreon
episode.